Food
is impregnated with flavor.
drama.
I just can't believe it's not cornmeal porridge.
Verdict.
You both be going home.
Your favorite chefs from across the Caribbean summoned to go head-to-head, pot-to-pot, meal-to-meal. Watch us as they plead their case weekly to be appointed the Maggie Food Court Caribbean Champion and take home the $10,000 award. This is Maggie Food Court Caribbean.
All rise. Maggie Food Court is now in session. Presided over by Judge Geronimo.
We started with 16 defendants, and then there were 4, all vying for US $10,000 and a myriad of Maggie prizes. These chefs have proven that they have what it takes to be here, but for how much longer? The grand jury has been empaneled to try these cases, but only 2 of these culinary geniuses will make it on to the grand finale and be crowned Grand Champion of Maggie Food Court Caribbean.
This is the Maggie Food Court Caribbean Semifinals 1. 2 of the chefs who won their first round case file will go meal to meal in this episode, but only one will move a step closer to being awarded the $10,000. Is it Chef Simmone Edwin from Trinidad and Tobago who won the braising trial? Or Chef Rishi Ramoutar, also from Trinidad and Tobago, who won the grilling trial? This week's jury members are food enthusiast and critique Okino Petrie, Natasha de Borg, a well-traveled chef who has worked with celebrities and dignitaries, one of the region's most prominent executive chefs, Brian Lumley.
All rise. Maggie Food Court is now in session. Presided over by Judge Geronimo.
In the kitchen now with Chefs Simmone and Chef Rishi. In this episode, we will be raising the bar. Chefs, are you ready?
Ready. Ready.
You will both have 75 minutes in which to prep and prepare your very best appetizer and entree. You will have full access to fridge and pantry. You will be judged on presentation, creativity, and taste. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, chefs, your time begins now.
So being in the semi-final round is definitely nerve-wracking. It's competition, so you always want to put forward your best, but calming my nerves as best as I can.
But no, this round would be mystery basket, so that would be nerve-wracking for probably any chef, because we're planners. We like to plan. We have a time plan. We have things that we do in a certain order that don't exist today.
Semi-final day, guys. What an exciting day. 16 chefs boiled down to 4 in the kitchen. What an exciting day.
Yeah, and I think it's based on the experience and the drive and the motivation of these particular chefs that got us all here. Yeah. Like when we think of Simmone's story, she actually fell out of the competition, came back, and then upped her game, and this is where she is now in the semifinals. It would be an incredible story if she goes on further, but I think the challenge between these 2 will be quite interesting.
Imagine that feeling to be in the kitchen battling for $10,000. I think the pressure is on.
Wicked.
I'm battling Chef Simmone, who is a lecturer in the school I went to. Well, was a lecturer because the school closed down, but so it is. I know she's very good, so that playing on my mind too.
I always had the mantra telling my students when I did lecture that if at any point in time they exceeded where I have reached in life, there's nothing, I get emotional thinking about it, because there's nothing greater as a lecturer that you could experience if you had a hand in having somebody exceed and go farther than you went. So like I feel nothing but proud being a part of that journey, and any of my students that are out there doing great things, like I can't feel anything but pride, you know. So it's nothing, but this is not like sad tears. It's literally just being proud of what your students accomplish. It's a good feeling. And I wish more chefs would encourage young people to try to just get far in life. You know, that's what it's about. It's building a legacy. It's not about egos. It's not about where you want to be in life. It is about that, but it's always about pushing the next generation to further heights than, you know, where we could have ever dreamed that we would be.
At the end of the day, the best chef will win, and if she beats me, that I'm okay with it.
Alrighty, chefs. Wow, in here is hot and steamy. What are you making today, Chef Rishi?
Steamed fish.
Steamed fish.
With some provision. I'm wrapping it in a wax apple leaf.
Ooh. Did you bring that into Jamaica?
No, it was at the Airbnb where I'm staying.
Okay, nice. You're being creative.
Jerk pork.
Jerk pork.
So I'm gonna steam it over my lemongrass stock.
Okay, you're doing jerk pork in 1 hour and 15
in Jamaica.
Nice. I like it. Chef Simmone.
Hey, what's up?
I want to know what you're making.
Sorry.
I see you're busy there over there.
So I am doing, you know, me and my Caribbean flavors. So,
yes.
But still infused. I want to infuse some Asian spices into it. So I'm going to do Asian and passion fruit chicken tostada on smashed plantain.
I like the confidence, Chef Simmone. All the best to you guys in this competition. We're talking about $10,000 dishes here. All right, so I know you're bringing your A game because you guys are actually here in the semi-final round. I'll leave you to cook.
Where I'm going to use predominantly chicken, plantain, and I'm going to do a pickle just to get that acid in, just to balance it off, because the flavor of the chicken, I want it to be a little bit spicy. The tostada, because it's plantain, I'm using, again, Caribbean Grill at heart, have to bring in that sweet. And the pickled, I'm going to use red onion and cucumber. Just going to do a quick pickle with it and add it to the plate, so you get like that perfect one bite appetizer.
So I am going to do steamed fish wrapped in a wax apple leaf from an appetizer, and then I was going to do jerk pork with festival salsa for my entree.
Chefs, you're doing very well. All right, stop what you're doing. Switch stations. Take nothing with you, by the way.
More when we return to Maggie Food Court Caribbean.
From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi Jerk Seasoning. Indulge in our 2 fantastic flavors of Maggi Jerk Seasoning in mild or spicy. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of a homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi pepper sauce. Indulge in any of our 3 fantastic flavors. Mild, spicy, spicy with shadow Benny. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Maggie. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi green seasoning. Indulge in any of our 3 fantastic flavors: original, spicy, or citrus. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. Grown under the warmth of our Caribbean sun, we invite you to feast on the island's richest flavors. Cultivated with the passion of farmers who labor in love, nurture with care, and harvest in pride. The freshest seasoning and peppers, brought straight from the farm to your family to add that sumptuous, succulent taste you love. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi green seasoning, Maggi pepper sauce, and Maggi jerk seasoning. Maggi, the secret of great flavor.
Welcome back to Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Switch stations. Take nothing with you, by the way. Come on, Chef Rishi, come on.
Knives?
Nothing with you. So at this point, you have 2 options. You can finish your opponent's dish, or you can start from scratch. The rules of the game remains the same. You must present an appetizer and an entree. The choice is yours.
I'm finishing. When you switch the station now is your train of thought versus somebody else's one, so it was just confusing. It was a bit chaotic. But after that, I settled in a little bit, and I started to think about what she was doing and then put my little twist on it.
I didn't want to go through with the game plan that I had previously in my head. So I took 2 seconds and I just assessed the situation, assessed all of the items that were already created by Rishi, which she did help me out a lot because there were some things that were finished, but I wanted to put my spin on it because I wanted to stay true to that and not just fall into his game plan.
So I saw her doing something earlier in the oil, and then I saw it turn out like a little mesh.
It's called a twirl.
Ah.
So it's more used for garnishing and stuff, and I think that's what Simmone now she's focusing on. I think she was thrown off when she was switched. She was all over trying to understand what Rishi was doing, but I think she become more assertive and she's applying herself. Still a bit confused. She still look confused. If we were in a competition and we had to switch, what would be your reaction?
No, I mean, I can empathize with Rishi. He looks visibly annoyed and justifiably so, because in a competition like this, you're already starting to, all of the brain power has gone into what the dish you're going to do. So having to go on 20 minutes in that advance only to be told, hey, scrap that idea.
I would be so pissed.
But again, it's a competition.
It is.
And I mean, it's worth $10,000. Are you going to focus on what you've lost or what you can potentially gain if you change your strategy?
Name again?
That's, you've got to figure out on your own, buddy. He's a smart man, don't worry. I have trust in you.
At Simmone's station, she had quite a nice pickle going. She was going to do a plantain that she boiled and smashed to fry. So my mind automatically went to salsa. So I twice fried it, chopped it up, made it into a salsa with the pickle. And then I decided to do a festival battered fish.
So when I went to Rishi's station, I saw that he already had his pork seasoned. His fish was actually basically cooked. I added passion fruit. I love passion fruit puree. I added that into the pork, and what I did is just I cooked that off. His fish, I had to re-season a bit because I thought it was under. Thank God I tasted it.
Vendors, you have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes.
Time is up on cooking. Alright?
More when we return to Maggie Food Court Caribbean.
Grown under the warmth of our Caribbean sun, we invite you to feast on the island's richest flavors. Cultivated with the passion of farmers who labor in love, nurture with care, and harvest in pride. The freshest seasoning and peppers, brought straight from the farm to your family to add that sumptuous, succulent taste you love. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi Green Seasoning, Maggi Pepper Sauce, and Maggi Jerk Seasoning. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi Green Seasoning. Indulge in any of our 3 fantastic flavors: original, spicy, or citrus. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi Pepper Sauce. Indulge in any of our 3 fantastic flavors: mild, spicy, spicy with shadow Benny. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of our homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor. From farm to freshly produced, to family. Savor the sumptuous sensation of Maggi Jerk Seasoning. Indulge in our 2 fantastic flavors of Maggi Jerk Seasoning in mild or spicy. Made with freshly picked ingredients so you can relish the richness of a homemade taste. Maggi, the secret of great flavor.
Welcome back to Maggie Food Court Caribbean.
Time to plate your appetizers.
Chef Simmone, they say 3rd time is the charm.
Let's hope so.
What have you prepared for us today?
So today, I did jerk, passion fruit and jerk seasoning pork for you, a pork tenderloin. With it, I have some pickled vegetables. So I just wanted to break up the sweetness because, again, Caribbean girl at heart, I have to have plantain on the plate in terms of just, I want to bring that sweetness, that a little bit of savory, definite acid. So that's why I would have had that combination here today. Yeah.
The switch. What did you do when they did the switch?
You're tricky. Took me a little while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. But once I got the swing of what was in my head, and Rishi, had some stuff prepped already. So it kind of, you all didn't get through. Haha.
All right, thank you.
Find these and other recipes at NestleRecipeSCaribbean.com.
You like it, okay?
Flawless.
You like the colors?
Yes.
Is it seasoned enough for you?
Yes, it is, Natasha. It's well seasoned.
When you taste it, everything together, You can taste exactly what she said.
My pork is a little bit overdone. The flavors are good, the spice is there. Again, everything from the sweetness, the pickle, is all good.
Yeah, I think it was well done. I think we can move on now to Rishi's appetizer. So Chef Rishi, third time in the kitchen, saw a little struggle after the switch. Tell us about your dish.
Well, firstly, we hope 2 times is jam. So she had tostone type plantain. She had some pickle, red onions, and I made that into a twice fried plantain salsa. She had some fish. I re-seasoned it a little bit, and then I made like a festival dredge using cornmeal, flour, a little sugar, fry it, and garnish it.
You seem a little flustered at first when it happened, but I mean, you have the idea.
As chefs, you're planners, right? So you have a thought process going, and I had mine going, and then it's like switch or start over. So I was like, I can't start over my thought process now, so I switch.
All right, thank you, Chef. I think the presentation is okay, but it's a little bit. I'm not seeing much gravy. It seems a little dry. My plate, that is.
Flavors the salsa is really good. He has the flavors in there.
I mean, it's interesting how you turn the salsa. It's refreshing. There's a burst of jalapeno, onions, tomatoes in it. But I would have loved some kind of sauce with the fish tied it together. I love the crusting on the fish. It's really well done. I just feel like it's missing that sauce element. Yeah, this one element tied all together would have been perfect.
All right, so let's try the main course.
All right.
If I cook 2 dumplings and a banana, I make a smiley face. And then I just put the protein to the side. So I'm saying, when you guys are doing it, they're teaching chef school to put the things a particular way.
Yes, indeed, they do. They always tell you to put the protein. The protein is the star of the dish. It carries the bare weight of the flavor and the presentation. So even when they're supposed to present it to you, you're supposed to present the plate in such a way where the protein is facing you.
So main course, Rishi, tell us.
So again with the switch, she had some cauliflower, reducing in some milk. So I thought soup one time. I had juke in my head from before, so I went juke chicken. This is a fondant carrot, and this is a festival crouton. Just take the soup and pour it in the empty space, right?
Okay.
I don't know, for me I feel like I've gotten another appetizer.
It is a bit small, and I think, but this is the style that Rishi normally does. He tries to do multiple courses, so I think he forgot that we're having no more food after, but who knows, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you tasted flour already, right? So this is a herb, you have to taste it.
All right.
Not the whole thing. What are your thoughts on this? How is the chicken?
It doesn't have much juice. I think it's a little bit dry.
It is a bit dry, I can taste it. What do you think, Brian?
When I mix it with the cauliflower and I took a bite of the carrot, there's some interesting flavors coming in. Maybe a little too light for Caribbean cuisine.
Yeah. I think he played it safe, so let's try Chef Simmone.
I think I'm ready.
So Simmone, tell us about your main course.
Okay, so again with the throw-off, I was not anticipating to do this per se in terms of the flavors, but Rishi already started a fish that was simmering in leaf, in a wax apple leaf. What I did is that I just re-seasoned it after it's steamed, just to keep the moisture in and just to give that flavor that I wanted to present. The puree at the bottom, I did a carrot and a potato mash, and I have a tuile for you there, just as garnish, just a potato. I call it green with envy because most of the other contestants will be envious when I when I take it home.
Wow.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
The presentation is really good. When you look at this plate, you definitely want to try what's on it.
Yeah. Wrapping in the leaf, maybe not her original idea, but I'm glad she kept it. You know, that shows awareness, that shows adaptability.
The pickle on this fish is really incredible. I love the seasoning that she placed in there. She opened it up, she placed the pickle, she sealed it back up, and then she cooked it again. And for me, that is what we're looking for in the competition, the mind of the genius. But I think it's time for us to deliver it.
I think it really came down to which one could adapt to the change more. And so in my opinion, the person I selected, they were the one that I think delivered.
The challenge was how would you adapt under pressure? And I think I've made my decision.
Yeah, for me, strength and adaptability won this round.
I guess we can call the bailiff.
Absolutely.
Chefs, we've come to the end of what was the most intense round in Maggi Food Court Caribbean. You both should be very proud of your performance today in court. After deliberation, the judges expressed their impression of how adaptable you were in spite of the challenges we handed to you. Chef Rishi, the way you presented your appetizer, the judges were very impressed with the flavors, the creativity and the innovation that you demonstrated coming back from the setback. Chef Simmone, the judges were just as impressed with the fortitude you demonstrated when we gave you the challenge. Your entrees, those were just as impressive. Chef Rishi, you brought the flavors of this kitchen, the flavors of the Caribbean, and the judges thought that it was brilliant. Chef Simmone, the way you plated the dish given to you by Chef Rishi was just as impressive. But as you know, only one chef will step closer to the whopping $10,000 grand prize and the coveted title to be called the grand champion of the Maggi Food Court Caribbean. The chef who will be going into the finale from this round is Chef Simmone. Congratulations, Chef. Very well done, Chef Rishi.
Emotion is surfacing again because you just want to be good. You just want somebody, and it's different from your friends telling you you're good, your family telling you you're good. I think anybody in any career that they really dedicate them their entire life to, it's not that you need the validation, but you kind of want to hear it. So getting to, almost being knocked out of the competition and being back here at this stage, like, I can't help but feel proud of myself because I not just need this, but I desire this for myself. So it's showing me that the hard work that I've been putting in is kind of starting to pay off. So that's why, yeah, this situation. I'm not a punk, guys. I'm not a punk.
Next on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, the Maggi Food Court Caribbean SemiFinals 2. The final two of the four chefs who won their first round case file will go meal to meal in this episode, but only one will join Chef Simmone Edwin in the final case and move a step closer to being awarded the $10,000. Will it be Chef Marlon Timothy from Trinidad and Tobago, who won his frying trial, or Chef Ricardo Hepkins from Jamaica, who was victorious in the baking trial? Next on Maggi Food Court Caribbean.